This adventure continues our four-wheel drive in northwest Namibia. Day 13 finds us breaking camp in the lovely and remote Marienfluss plains. Ben wants to fly his new toy.
It's cutting the grass.
Yeah, not bad, huh?
Man, what a great lawnmower. And can you make that squeak any louder?
Trying hard with WD-40, but I wake you up somehow in the morning.
I think those are the landing pods of UFOs.
Paper maps. Haven't seen those in a while. Old school. Look at all the technology in this car. He's got 3 GPSs and a tablet with maps, and he goes back to paper.
I don't see a road here. Do you see a road?
Two tracks there. Good enough. Back on track. How are you?
I'm fine.
Hello.
Kunene. What would you better?
You're good with water and okay? Good. Yeah.
No, really not. No.
Here.
Yeah. It's a wood. It's here.
Okay.
Let's see.
And one more wanders naked out of the desert.
Oh man, okay, give him away. Grandma's coming.
Another child. A home in the desert. And the owner of the home is in the distance tending his cows.
All right, four-wheel drive again?
Go for again.
There's a stop sign here. Which direction does it indicate?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Trail number 1, trail number 2, and a stop sign in the middle.
We are crossing out of one valley, over a ridge, and into another valley. And some locals are also crossing over. Ben offers them and the dog some water from our rubber-tasting Swiss bladder. Ben is either telling them he has a dog or he is a dog. Who knows what they think? They all get a refill.
drank the whole thing again.
Three bottles and 3 bowls of water later, we set off.
Right takes us north. I guess that's where we're going.
When we stopped for lunch, we spotted a boy watching us in the distance. So after lunch, I went out and left him a gift on a rock. I guess we're going over there.
Exclusive use area. Well, I'm planning on using it exclusively.
This place is so exclusive that $500 a night guests are flown in on private charters. But that has never stopped Ben before.
Green Valley, but how do you get down there? It doesn't look good. Awfully steep. Searching for a way down. How do you get down?
Right down?
Over this cliff?
Let's give it a try. Well, that wasn't very dramatic. It looks like the car's frame is hung up on the rocks. Stuck on a cliff and nowhere to go. Plan B is to dig out some sand, raise the rear end, place the sand grids, and then try to back off the rocks. But the wind and the Chinese jack are not making it easy. Okay, time to get the big boy out, the hijack. Our helpers from the resort below seem determined. Turns out that the release on the hijack isn't working. Ben can solve that problem. The front has been raised. Now time for the back end. Now to give it a try. Success. Now back to the original plan. Drive over the cliff. It's our only option. Ben's car doesn't have the horsepower to go back up the slopes to the upper plains from here. We're effectively stuck in this little bowl. The only way out is over and down. Ben is building up his mojo. It's now or never. He makes it over the first hurdle. Now down the sand slope without losing control of the back end to the following sand. That would cause the car to slide sideways and then roll down the slope. Not a good option. He's got to keep it in low 4 and control the fall. He made it.
Man, that was a steep descent. Can I ask you to do it again so I can film it from the bottom?
Yeah, now I know how it works. No problem.
The next part of the plan is to see if there is a discounted vacancy or camping offered at the Serra Cafema resort. Talk about an oasis in the desert. Bradwin, the manager, welcomes us and tells Ben that they haven't seen a car here in over 2 years. They then retire to the lounge to discuss accommodation options. What? No camping? Thanks for the iced tea and sending us helpers on the ridge, but we'll be on our way now. Once away from the resort, we started the long and indirect traverse back up onto the plateau. But once again, Ben's car was struggling with the sandy slopes. But Ben was determined to make it to the top.
Determined. Only one thing missing in that plan. You left me behind. Do you have another hill
That's it.
for me to run up?
I couldn't stop, sorry.
You weren't picking up hitchhikers?
Didn't want to get stuck again.
Damn.
We didn't do that many kilometers, but it was the most challenging day of all. Out of beautiful Marienfluss, camp here. Through those mountains where the Himba people were without no water, that poor doggy with no water. Over the airfield down to the detour route down to Kunene. Somewhere here, oh, we might be almost in the skeleton park.